right, welcome back. It's always Freaky Friday on Liquid Lunch. We're always having a cocktail. I'm John Tobacco. You're watching us on Biz TV. Thank you to all our viewers out there in social media land on Facebook, supporting us huge yesterday on Facebook. I saw one live stream that had like 2,500 people on it while the rally was going on. Amazing stuff from the social media world, too. Thank you. Along with being a Freaky Friday every week, times are tough right now, and we're going through, every kind of stuff, and we're going to top off each week with a little funniness from our good friend. We're going to call it Funny Fridays with Barry Goldsmith. He's a well-traveled professor of architecture. He's also the host of the Been There, Haven't Done That podcast. And also, he's an NYU comedy professor. He's trying to lift everyone's spirits. And Barry, everybody's spirits are so low right now. I would hope that you don't get a hernia trying to lift up people's spirits.
On the Atlantic, on the Pacific, and the Gulf of Mexico. When the beaches get crowded and you want to come home and show everybody you have a tan, go to a tanning parlor. And you're keeping social distancing, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey, why not get a tan?
Okay. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Yes, you sound great.
So anyway, another thing is, all right, working at home. Now, it's becoming more expensive because you have to buy office supplies. You can't go to the closet when no one's looking and take them. I mean, I've never bought office supplies in my life. So invest in staples. This is the time. It's definitely the time to invest in staples.
It's no wonder my wife.
I can't hear you.
Well, that's it's no wonder my wife looked at me strangely.
Okay. Let me open up the.
You see now, I give you this big lead in.
Nico.
I give him this big lead in, Frank, about how he's a professor at NYU and everything else.
Can you hear me now?
Well, I believe
we hear you, Barry. You can't hear us. You have to turn
sign language. As long as you don't feel yourself, you can do sign language.
So maybe we can text Barry John's questions. That worked for me well when I was on the Eric Mitchell.
Okay.
Well, Barry, I think Barry texted me the questions, so he knows the questions.
All right. Well, so read them.
Barry, let me ask you, how are you coping during the lockdown? Any tips for our viewers?
One good thing about reading your lips is, and I'll tell you what it is, Donald Trump has little lips, but your lips are much easier to read. So just do a thumbs up, and you probably have bigger thumbs than Donald does too. Great. If you want to do thumbs up when the picture comes, I'll explain to everybody what it is. I can't hear you now.
All right. So John, since Barry can't see you and he can see me, but he can't hear either of us, just let me know when the picture comes up and I'll give Barry a thumbs up.
Let's see here. All right. Now, I guess, okay. Let me, is the first picture up? Just do thumbs up.
John, is the first picture up?
No.
I can't hear you.
Not yet.
Now it is. Now it is. There you go.
Thumbs up. Okay. Yeah. The first picture. Now, when I first saw this, it's for AOL. Those of you who have AOL at home, like I do, I got very distressed. I thought it was out of service, period, because, they're losing subscribers, etc. But when I saw that during the pandemic, the out of service sign is growing hair, I knew, hot diggity, it's still there. Now, here's something. I'm patriotic. I'm really patriotic. I love this country, like John and you and almost all of your viewers. So what I think is, the hell with Yahoo. Yahoo sounds like something Fred Flintstone would say, okay? Gmail is kind of dirty because I think of G-strings when...
right, or the G-spot.
I go on Gmail. But AOL is the only internet server that has America in it. America Online. So here's what I say, okay? I'm starting a new movement. We're going to have hats. It's called Maolga. Make AOL great again. Remember,
I like it. Mayoga.
I like it.
So, Any thoughts on reopening? Frank, give him the thumbs up.
Want to do the second picture?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do the second picture. Now, I'm very much aware of, as you know, I'm not liberal, I'm not conservative, I'm an independent. Okay, I help swing elections. Now, I, however, agree with fake news. You see that? Okay, that is supposed to be Punxsutawney Pete. You and John are from Staten Island, right? That is Chuck the Groundhog from Staten Island. And our fake media keeps on selling it as Punxsutawney Pete. Shame on them. They have no right to do that. Fake news, fake news. And a matter of fact, however, I hope it's also fake because this morning he saw his shadow, and God forbid it's 6 more months of lockdown. I mean, that's my greatest fear, 6 more months of lockdown. So anyway, I think we're getting out of lockdown, thank God. I mean, hotels are opening. They replaced double beds in rooms with bunk beds 6 feet above one another. So that's safe. And the signs for people who want to do their quarantine at the Four Seasons, or if they can't afford it, the cheaper hotel, One Season. But anyway, what they do is they have the sign, and you turn it over. Do not disturb for 14 days. And there's also Colonial Williamsburg, one of my favorite places, is going to be opening soon. Yeah, in fact, they reenact things from the 18th century. So I'm happy to announce for all hypochondriacs, they're going to, and people who are fed up with the pandemic but want to be nostalgic, go there for a reenactment of 18th century smallpox epidemics. Okay, so if you want to feel like gradually get to opening, and here are my other ideas for making money. And I'll just tell you, automatic door companies, because I'll be damned. I'm a gentleman, but even if I see a lady coming up behind me, I'm not going to hold the door open to her because I'm used to social distancing. So every business should have an automatic door, right?
I like
Shake your
it.
head.
I like it.